Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Perfect Shot, a photography podcast. My name is L'Oreal Navoa,
And I am Rob Navoa.
and we are married, and we love photography.
Yes, we do, and that we are.
Yeah, so sorry we've been gone for a couple of weeks. It's actually our first week back,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we got back last Sunday.
Which I still don't believe.
I know, it just seems like we were gone. First, it felt like we were gone forever.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of felt like we have been gone. We haven't been gone in a long time. This week just felt like 6 months.
And to kind of recap, to fill some people in who have no idea what we're talking about, we went to New York City first for my brother who got married. We were in Brooklyn and around that area. Then from New York, we flew overseas to London. We're in London for a day, and then took a train down to the south of England. We're in
Polegate, which is right next to Eastbourne or really close to it.
Then we were there for a few days, 4 days.
Yep.
And then flew on a plane to France.
Yeah, so we went to Paris for a couple days where we just explored the city, and we went to Disneyland.
We did. We explored the city of Paris for a total of 2 days. And then on our third day, we were like, well, at the end of the second day, we were like, yeah, let's just go to Disneyland Paris. We love Disney World. Never been to land in California, but now it's kind of a new goal to hit all Disney parks.
Yeah, so watch out. We're coming for you.
Yeah, for those of you also who don't know, we're recording video.
Yes,
as well.
we decided to do video. I think that it will be really exciting and just a little more. It doesn't take that much longer to edit because I can just pull the audio. But we decided to do video, so we actually have 3 cameras set up. So we have my camera, hi. We have our main shot, which gets both of us. And then we have the lower cam.
The lower cam, I like that.
Yeah, and the set is not fully complete. We're working on it. We're going to have a screen right here that's going to show the picture of the week. And obviously, you guys may have seen a similar picture to that. We're going to get another picture there and just kind of organize a little bit around here. But
Make it look all nice.
yeah, but we have plenty of room for guests now. So we're going to have guests coming soon.
Yes, maybe our next one.
Maybe the next one, maybe the one after, we'll start having guests. So with that being said, camera news, or at least gear news.
Gear news. I'm excited about this one.
So I've been using low pro backpacks for as long as I can remember. I've tried a few different brands, but I just didn't like them. And I'm actually in love with the low pro tactic bags. But you don't feel that way.
Move over, Low Pro, because Vinta came out with a new bag.
Yeah, they partnered up with Cam Newton from the Carolina Panthers, and they came out with this like crazy looking bag.
Okay,
I mean,
it's not crazy looking. It's the exact same Type 2 as theirs, but they have new colors. So they have Sand Type 2, Cam Newton, and then they have a Berry Type 2. And just as you can listen, or it sounds, tan, sand. It's like a light
it's like
tan.
a beige.
And then the berry is like a millennial pink. It's a very light,
like
cool,
matte.
yeah, pink. Girly color.
It's 2019. There's no girl colors.
Oh, you're right. I hate that I said that. You're right. Sorry.
Got him.
So these backpacks are retailing for $254 each, and they are actually, I think, marketed more towards the travel backpack kits.
I think they're more for smaller kids and you can't fit much in them. That's the problem with them. They look great. I think they look great. They look very fashionable. They're really clean cut. And the colors tend to be really good. I'm not a big fan of the new colors, but the bag itself looks really nice. You actually have 2 of them.
I do, yes. And that's something that I love about Vinta is the fact that their customer service is outstanding. I mean, I was having an issue with my first Vinta bag that I got, which was a Type 1. And it was something, you know, kind of slightly like cosmetic, but mainly my buckles were coming out and they're not buckling properly on the front. And just messaged them on Instagram. They asked for a picture, and it was quickly like, all right, got a new bag coming your way. So their customer service is great. You
Yeah,
know.
it's definitely nice to see companies back down their product and
Yeah.
really just, it makes you feel like they're proud of what they make.
Mm-hmm.
And you may be paying a lot of money for a bag, which Vinta bags are relatively expensive, but they really take care of it on the back end. You know, if any issues come up, they'll replace it. No questions asked, very much, just a picture. So we didn't have any issues or any complaints with them. They're actually really, really good.
Yeah.
But once again, I have a big problem when bags have camera inserts, because now it's another step before you can actually get your gear. And realistically, you can only fit one, maybe two camera bodies, and then 2 or 3 small lenses.
I
You
was
could
gonna
never fit a
say,
70 to 200 in there.
I can fit my 2 bodies, which I got now the Z6,
Yes.
and my D500. I can fit those 2 bodies in there. Obviously, no lenses attached, so I have my Sigma lens, and then I can fit 2 other lenses, maybe a 50 millimeter, you know, and a
this
35.
85 or 30.
Yeah. But I love Vinta bags. I think they're super comfy. I like having, you know, that shape. I think it supports my back very well. This new Cam Newton bag, though, that they're saying, it has the dedicated luggage sleeve in it as well. So like that box, that shell that can come out, this one is advertising more towards the luggage part. It's waterproof coated twill and zippers. And, you know, same thing as everything else. It has the 15-inch laptop and tablet pocket.
15-inch?
Mm-hmm.
Yours doesn't.
Mine does not.
Yours, so it's a little bigger.
A little bigger, yeah.
Yeah, because
Compact
yours,
field
you can
pack.
only fit a 13.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's to me that's a big deal. But you have the 13-inch, I have the 15, so I think I would have definitely an issue.
Yeah, and I mean, right on there, it has their lifetime warranty. Products are fully warranted against defects and material workmanship. So
Yeah,
it's great.
No,
I love Vinta.
It's really good, like I said, when a company backs their product.
Yeah.
I think that's important. There's a lot of companies that don't, and there's a lot of companies that just tell you, hey, screw you, buy another one. We don't care.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are like, well, you've had it for over a year now, sorry. Vinta, they really are.
Yeah, they didn't even ask the date of purchase.
No.
So thank you, Vinta. We're not sponsored by any means, but I just wanted to talk about a product and a company that we do support and we do stand by. Just make bigger backpacks. Just make a backpack where I can fit my 70 to 200 and just have easy access to, instead of having to open 2 flaps.
And something I like about Vinta, it has the back zipper. That's the only way you can get into your camera gear.
Yeah.
So I like that. But that's what we have for gear news, gear talk.
Yeah.
Whatever we're calling that segment.
I'm not sure, but time to move on to the picture.
Yes, the main reason why you are listening to this podcast, every week we talk about a picture. This week we are talking about a picture that we have taken, well, you've taken when we went on our trip.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Describe it.
Describe it.
Describe it. Okay, so.
Time out. Backstory. Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. Stop that. ASMR. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you can't hear. You don't have headphones. I have headphones on right now. I have AirPods, but only one, so you can't see it.
I don't. Okay.
Backstory
of this picture.
So we were going on this trip. I had no clue what to photograph. I usually like to do a lot of research and find places. Obviously, I'm not going to go crazy about cities like London and Paris because everything's there. And although there are kind of secret spots, I just feel like you can find cool photos and cool angles. But when you're going to smaller towns that you just don't know anything about, and there's not like crazy amounts of things everywhere. I think that it's important to do research to find those hidden gems.
Yeah.
And I
Which you
feel
did.
like this is one of them.
Hmm.
So, go ahead.
No, I was going to say you did do some research before we went, and I remember you showed it to me. You were like, hey, this is where I want to go. And I honestly thought you were showing me another picture in Iceland. And I'm like, we're not going back to Iceland. We're going to England. And you were like, this is in England.
Yeah. Yeah, I like landscapes and I look things that are different. And although the normal stuff that a lot of people shoot is great, it's there for a reason, and people buy it, people love to see it.
Yeah.
And every photographer is different and everybody shoots it significantly different. But personally, I try to find, when I travel, at least one weird or one more unique photograph to do and make. And so when I found this particular location, I was super stoked.
Yeah. Fun fact, England is more than just London and Abbey Road. And
which is in Liverpool.
yes.
But no, they have beautiful cliffs, beautiful landscapes, and this is one of them. So let me kind of describe the picture to you. It is the main subject is the lighthouse in my eyes, and it's on the left side of the picture, a little bit in the water.
Yeah.
And to the right, you have a little bit more of the ocean, and then kind of a rocky beach, and then right next to it, a gigantic white cliff.
That cliff was amazing.
Yes.
Getting
it is
there,
massive.
getting there was a little bit more insane than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was a hike.
It was.
Unlike the one from Iceland, which was pretty much a straight hike to the airplane, there was not much up and down.
Terrain, yeah.
The terrain is pretty flat. But getting to this particular location was pretty much, we walk into an open field that has these like dirt trails, and all of a sudden you're kind of heading down the hill, and then you're kind of at this like World War II memorial.
Yeah.
And then you look to the right, and it's just this like lighthouse, pretty far away.
Pretty far.
It wasn't super close, but thankfully I have a 7200, and I use that to take these photos.
Well, the memorial, we had to walk down.
Right.
Yeah.
I did take some pictures from the memorial
Yeah.
of the lighthouse, but after the memorial, we saw that there was an overlook further down.
We were like, let's get there.
So we're like, let's get there. Even though I know that we should have thought about the way back, how we're going to do it.
Yeah, we did not think about that.
So we walked all the way down, and we're with my aunt, and she's not a photographer the way that we are.
She was a trooper.
She was a trooper. She does like photography, and she does take photos, but it's not like we do it. And so she was excited to go see somewhere new, but she wasn't stoked on the walk.
Yeah.
Because it really was a tough walk for somebody that doesn't constantly. If you hike and walk a lot, it wasn't that bad.
We were also just ill-prepared in footwear.
Well, you were. I was wearing sneakers that were perfectly fine.
I was wearing like my
Doc Marten boots.
Mock Martin boots.
Yeah. So once we got down to the second overlook, you kind of looked to the right, and you felt you were much lower than the top of that cliff, which was important to me. I do wish I would have gotten to go all the way down to the ocean.
Which I think you can.
You can. It's just a much longer walk.
Yeah.
But I think that what I got was great.
Absolutely.
Having the lighthouse break the horizon line would have been nicer. But yeah, I love this picture. You have cliffs, you have a beautiful sky, which I struggled with this trip so much. Because the sky was either completely blue or completely white.
Yeah, you had big beef with the sky on this trip. And it was so funny because every time we would go out, I mean, everywhere we went, we had our cameras, but it's like he had this vision where he wanted this type of sky. And we had, people have told us about the weather in England, about how, the skies are going to be all cloudy or, it's going to be raining on and off. Not for us. We had a pretty easy weather trip. Seggy thinks so too.
Yeah, so our puppy's here. Come on. Okay. You want to be famous? Just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Seggy, can you go get your ball?
Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just wish that the sky, I love having clouds that are defined and that I can really just bring out the shape of them
Yeah.
and make them really stand out. I'm part of the picture. And I actually took a picture in France that I got exactly that.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that in a different episode. But I absolutely love that. And so this one's not crazy like that, but there are some clouds with shape in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But really, the focus doesn't really stop there. I'm actually glad that there weren't that many at this point in time because
Yeah.
it would have taken away from everything else.
Agreed.
But yeah, it's to me it's beautiful. I went with a really easy edit. I just kind of wanted to make it a little bit more appealing and more calming and not
That-
as
yeah.
intense as I normally like to make my pictures.
That's exactly what I was about to say. This picture, when I see it, it feels so calm. It almost seems like it's like sunrise, but it wasn't. It was like
Yeah.
midday, right?
Yeah, it was somewhere midday.
Yeah. But just, I don't know, the way the light's reflecting off of the white part of the cliff as well, it's so calming. I don't know. I love this picture.
I know. We're actually getting it printed
Yeah.
and hanging it in our house because I actually really like
It's
it.
really nice.
I do wish, once again, that I was lower so I can get a more established leading lines. And when I look at the composition of this picture, I'm not thrilled. I think it's fine. I think it could be better.
Yeah, but you always think that about all of the
But
things.
you're your
Worst
own
critic.
worst critic. So I think that it's great. I do like it a lot. I
Me
love
too.
it. So it is going to be printed and hung up at our house. So yeah, that's it. That's the picture for the week. I think that if you ever go to the south of England, you should check out the Beachy Head Cliffs.
Beachy Head.
Beachy
That's what it's called.
Head. It's not the easiest place to get to. You just need to go to
Remember-
Eastbourne and then
Yeah.
take a cab.
And when you walk down, you have to walk back up.
Yeah. So if you're willing to make the walk all the way down, make sure you can make the walk back up.
It seems like all of your favorite pictures have a hike, which makes me very nervous for our future.
Yeah. It just makes you work for it.
Yeah, it
If
does.
if you just
That's
walk up, take a picture,
That's
and
too
go,
easy.
it just, I mean, yeah, it's cool. You got a cool picture, but you don't have a cool story behind it. You know,
Yeah.
like I hear stories about, I think it's some lake in Banff. I don't know if it's Lake Louise or Moraine Lake.
Mm-hmm.
That literally the overlook that everybody photographs, it's right next to a parking lot, right next to
Aw.
the main road. And that kind of bums me out. Although I want to make it there
Yeah.
and see it and take a picture of it, it kind of bums me out because it doesn't make me work for it.
Yeah.
It's just
You
kind
just
of
get
like
out of your car.
you
and
get out of
you're
your
there.
car, you're still warm. You don't have to wear a jacket. You don't have to like be like, or unless you're gonna be there for a very, very, very long time,
Mm-hmm.
which sometimes we are.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are, depending obviously on the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not crazy people, and we obviously don't do this for a living. We do this for
No.
fun.
Not yet.
We do work and we do get paid doing it, but not these travel type things.
Yeah, these are our vacations.
These are vacations that basically pay them for themselves.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. With that being said, keep an eye out because I will have prints coming out soon.
Yes, Rob's going to be releasing some more pictures. If you follow his personal Instagram at RobNovoaX, he's been posting some pictures and asking, for people to mark their favorites.
Yeah, and I actually think I have my next 3. I usually do 3 different prints,
A set of 3, yeah.
and I make them pretty limited, just because A, I don't want to overprint, and B, it just makes it more exciting.
It does.
And every picture comes with, it's a numbered picture, and it has the location, coordinates of it. Or I might just switch to the name, just because finding out the coordinates is kind of difficult sometimes.
So he doesn't
The
make that idea.
specific coordinates.
Yeah.
So with that being said, thank you guys for listening or watching if you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Bless you.
We
sis.
will be we will be making an episode next week, maybe with a guest, maybe
Maybe.
not.
We'll see.
But with that being said, we will see you guys or talk to you guys
Next week.
next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, I think that was way better.
Me too.